Hey guys, we are now live. We are now live. So I was coming back because I wanted to recap a few things that I think is really funny, but also a coincidence. So 4 o'clock this morning, Jaguar Wright went live, and I guess she couldn't sleep. She was in her feelings. I think it was on her mind that her husband was on another channel holder's site, basically, in her opinion, I guess not saying nice stuff about her. So I went to the channel holder's page. It appears that the channel holder is trying to get into Goomba's head to divorce Jaguar Wright and to get restraining orders and all them things to protect himself. And long and behold, I see Solar, and he tells his encounter of the two, Jaguar Wright and Goomba, um rumors. And I say rumors because I haven't had time today to check into them. I'm not, like I said, and I don't need to be the first one to break the news if this is in fact true. But Solar's going around saying that if Jaguar Wright's pregnant, it may be his baby. Now if Solar is saying this, if this is true to be true, and I say it's a rumor because I didn't hear it come from the horse's mouth. But if this nutcase is saying that, then you clearly told us or are telling us and have told Goomba, because he's in the bushes definitely listening to all this mess, that you were sleeping with Jaguar Wright when he was, as you guys call it, going crazy. You were, thank you, Tanger Wells, you were sleeping with Jaguar Wright because you have to be sleeping with someone to in order to get them pregnant. So when I heard that this was being said, I was kind of confused because I said to myself, they both was claiming that the husband was crazy. He just gets jealous when people give Jaguar Wright attention and not him. Yada yada yada. And then Solar gets on to a platform and says that if she is pregnant, there's a possibility it could be his. Now, this is what's being said. Now, Jaguar Wright, in my opinion, I don't believe she's pregnant. I think that this is a storyline to get cash apps and to get noticed, to stay relevant on the algorithm and so forth. Okay. Now, Goomba was on Do Not's live today with his feelings on how his wife needs to get herself together and I guess remove herself from this crazy equation that she has put herself in. Um, they both confuse me because of the simple fact, why are you in another woman's face as a side chick, but you are on a live and it sounds like you still have an interest for your wife? There still are feelings there for your wife. I don't understand why people drag um others into their relationship and they still have baggage. That's how people get hurt. You just Goomba just a couple hours ago uploaded on his storyline on IG a picture of him and the side chick that he was with prior to Jaguar. That's supposed to be, an ex. Now you're putting her on your storyline, and we see you laying in the bed with one of her little children and her in the bed like y'all are one happy family. It's like, what is it going to be? Then we have Jaguar Wright talking about she wants to if he goes to, from what I took from it, if he goes to a rehab basically to get help for his drug addiction and anger management, she may forget about it. And basically, from what I'm taking from it, they'll get back together. And this is just my opinion, but I've heard a couple of channel holders speaking on this. That it sounds like Jaguar Wright is willing to take the man that blew her car up allegedly back. So I want to show you before I begin, because this is a recap. I talked about it earlier. It was kind of noon live, so it was kind of early in the day, and I didn't expect that many people in the live then because I haven't been on YouTube consistently, and I know that I'm being penalized. They're not probably sending out my notifications and the shadow banning my videos until I get consistent for a few weeks. But I want to show you the channel holder. I want you to go follow so you can keep up to date alongside with the other channel holders that you follow, what is going on with Goomba and what is, going on his side, what he has to say, and not only just follow Jaguar Wright, because there's three sides of the story. There's his side, your side, and the truth. So, we just have to basically make our own judgment up of these people, because we don't know who's lying and who's telling the truth. They both could be lying. They could be planning a storyline and the joke's on us. We don't know, because we only see a glimpse of their life. We tend to feel as though we know people when we see them quite often on social media, but that's only an hour or two of their life. You don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. So we can only take what they say for face value, and we can't always run with it to always be what it is. So I'm going to show you right now the channel that Goomba did an interview on. I really don't want to be playing people's stuff, because I don't know them, and they don't know me, and I don't know them. And some people get offended when you start just trying to use their you know stuff for content. So that's why I really don't want to step on nobody's toes. But Goomba did an interview with this channel right here. It's mental health. Jaguar Wright responds to it says do not. It says 𝗪𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛. Yeah. So he's playing her video right now. But in this video, he also talked to Goomba. Goomba had came on to his platform. Goomba has been on his platform a few times, and said how he felt. So I think that he's feeling more comfortable these days on this guy's platform than other platforms that he has been on in the past. And he's saying his side of the story, because I guess he feels he's not going to allow his wife to drag his name. But anyways, getting off of that, I don't want to stay stuck on it. I want you to hear this woman who was up at 4 a.m. this morning, and I want you to hear just to me how confused she really sounded. It was like a multiple personality type of situation. It went from hot to cold, back and forth. I don't know what person she was at any given time in this video, but it was a point in the video where she, for my opinion, was suggesting that she would give Goomba another chance if he clearly went to batterers. So I don't know where that stands. And also to a program for drug abuse. So if she really means what she's saying, you know, to me, this was a waste of her time and Goomba's time and energy to put all their business out there and to be right back together. It just doesn't make any sense, if you ask me. But hey, it is what it is. These people do this for cash apps and super chats and all this other stuff, and people go for it. And like I said, I had showed a video earlier, and I might pull it up again just to remind you guys, her alternative motives to begin with was for Jaguar Wright. It had nothing to do with taking Nature Boy down. When she was trying to so-called take Nature Boy down with Tony, what is it? Tokyo Tony. This was like a year ago that this popped off. And a year later, she's pulling the same little storyline stunts that Nature Boy is pulling. So it's like, where do they do that at? But people just have to stop falling for the okie doke. People just like to live in that lie, because the truth ceases and desists everything. The lie remains, a lie goes on and on and on, but the truth remains the same. It doesn't go on and on. It ceases and desists. Lies go on and on and on. People just want things to go on and on and on. So they rather just listen to the lie than to listen to the truth. And these people know this, and this is how they cash in and get this money, and they're able to live and not have to work and get these rentals and these apartment and houses and be at these fine restaurants because of the hard-earned money of you know, the public and what we're falling for, which is the okie doke. So let's listen up.
It's funny. I was busy all day, all around Dallas. And I kept bumping into places where I've been with my husband. And I've been thinking about him a lot today. And then I just watched this video because I haven't watched any of the content with him, any of the crap he's doing online. But I'm sitting there watching him on this guy, the Not channel.
Now that is the channel I just showed you guys. He's been on there quite a lot. The guy is helping him, I guess, allegedly. I have not looked at all of his material in the dealings that he has with Goomba, but they're saying from people that have watched the lives that he is in the process of helping Goomba get a divorce and a restraining order on Jaguar Wright so that he does not get himself in any trouble behind Jaguar Wright. So, Jaguar, I think this is why it played a part in her not being able to go to sleep. And she was up today, March 23rd at 4 a.m. in the morning because I guess she didn't like or didn't sit well when she was listening to what her husband was talking about with this Do Not channel. That's the name of it.
And it was right after I had gotten out of the hospital. That, by the way, I was put in by my husband because he's the one that went to the police to get the mental health warrant against me and lied on me and said that I did and said a bunch of things that I didn't do or say. The police also lied on their report.
Goomba been doing a lot of lying.
And all of this to try to prove that I'm crazy when the doctors couldn't find anything wrong with me other than PTSD and a hint of bipolar.
I never heard of a hint
consistent.
of bipolar. You either have it
that
or you
was
don't.
The determination of the team.
That's a good one. She said a
So
hint
I
of
come
bipolar.
home and you lie and you lie and you lie. So what I'm going to do, Gerald, is I'm going to confess your sins for you.
No, you're gonna expose them like you do Jay-Z
since
and
you're not man enough
Beyonce.
to do it yourself. When we first got together and met, you lied to me about where you lived.
I wonder why.
You said you lived with your family because you had just got kicked out of your girlfriend's house. And you weren't very clear about where your family lived. Come to find out, your family lived right around the corner. And you made us drive the long way.
Would you blame him for not at first wanting to bring her to his house? I'm quite sure she had this same personality, which is very intimidating to someone. As a woman, us women that are really aggressive as women, usually the men has that masculine aggressiveness with them. But when you find a woman that's aggressive, like a man, sometimes men get intimidated by that. And then he has to bring you around his family. And he probably didn't sit well with him at first. He probably was attracted to you, a man. First thing he sees is with his eyes. Oh, she looks good. I could hit that. But there was probably some harsh, rough around the edges, about her. And, I'm bringing you to my family. She might say the wrong thing. He suffers from PTSD from being in the military. So he's in his head all the time. He probably was in his head at the time and was saying, is this the smart thing to do right now? I'm already the black sheep of the family. They already think I'm a little slow. They know I take medication. They know I was in the military, and my screws are not all the way there. Goomba was probably saying to himself, and I just don't need to make my situation with the relationship I have with my family worse by bringing her into the picture. But see, when people are not normal, they act abnormal. They make they make things that are not normal make sense, and things that are normal don't make sense to them. So that's why she's not even quite understanding the correlation to why he did what he did back then. Um, it ties back into what he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, I think that Jaguar, right? She might think that this might be the end of their relationship, and I think that she's trying to hold on to something that's gone. I think that there's love there, with Goomba for Jaguar, but he's like, my mental health comes first, and it's been out of order because I'm letting her drive me bat is crazy because I'm going along and co-signing the BS, and I ain't used to being in this situation with no woman. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at both sides of the coin with this situation here.
Way around, all the way up Clark Road to get back to my son's apartment, when your family literally lived right around the corner. When we first went over there, I was very surprised. I asked you if you were ashamed of me, and you said no. You were afraid of what your family was going to say to me about you.
Mm. Well, your family talks about you to Goomba, Jaguar.
And they never had nice things to say about you. Even your friends had to warn me. Well, he's very possessive. Well, he he can smother you at times, and he's always had this issue with women. You've been thrown out of more places than you've walked out of.
Mm.
Even when your grandfather, AC, was dying, your mom didn't want you around because you're emotional out.
Did you peep what she said? And I think she's more worried about this than he is. She said he's been thrown out of more places than he walked out of, meaning relationships that he's been in with other women, he never leave willingly. He left because he got thrown out of there. So I think Jaguar Wright couldn't sleep this morning because she's saying to herself, if she don't get her husband back, one, she's not divorcing him, which is a clear sign that she's not trying to divorce him. She's trying to keep her husband. Um, he's going to end up staying with that woman, and he's not gonna leave that side chick. He's already having issues with Jaguar. He's not gonna leave that side chick until that lady kicks him out. Then if he doesn't have no one to turn to get him over, Jaguar, he'll probably go back to Jaguar. But that woman's gonna have to kick him out in order for him to do that. And I don't think that she's trying to do that. I think that she's purposely, because Jaguar has disrespected her on numerous occasions, the side chick, Goomba's side chick, she's gonna say, I'm gonna make her pay. I got him back in my good graces, and the only way he's gonna leave is if I put him out. And like Jaguar Wright said out her own mouth, he never has left a woman's spot unless he was kicked out. He never left on his own. That goes to show Goomba's the type of a person, when he gets into a turbulent relationship and it ain't going right, the only reason why he ain't in that relationship at this time, and he's like at the time when he was a Jaguar, that's because Jaguar didn't kick him out. But if Jaguar kicked him out, that's the only way he would set his own self free and get into another relationship. So he is the weakest link, because I can't stand a man who they only move on to another relationship when you kick them out. Like they can't be by themselves unless they have a woman. And the same thing goes for a man. It says Goomba said they're not even married because they never filed the paperwork. It's really crazy, sis. At this point, you don't know what to believe. I honestly don't know what to believe. Because like I said, we could see them together a week from now. And then they could be pulling out some paperwork. Yeah, we are married. And then we sitting up there twiddling our thumbs saying we done went for we fell for the drive-by again. I honestly believe that even though they might be at turmoil and fighting and bickering, they both know from being behind closed doors in the pillow talk. This brings in money. And let's get this money and let's eat, even if we're not together for now. And when we come together, we really gonna blow up the algorithm because now we're back together and everyone's gonna be shocked.
Burst and the temper tantrums that you throw at 38 years old. You still throw temper tantrums. Not even your mama wanted you around. Mama, do you want me to come with you? No, I ain't in the mood for you today. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for you today.
She purposely got up here this morning and said all this.
Holiday season that wasn't ruined by you and your out of control temper. I almost wish that I hadn't have thrown that stool away that you broke just a few weeks ago.
Oh boy.
Or maybe I should just start publishing all of the footage that I have.
Why would she be recording him?
Of you breaking up all of our things, of you breaking
unless she had an alternative motive. Think about what she's saying.
And when you would go on your tears like you're on right now, because you and I both know when you get out of control and you just spiral out, that can go on for weeks. I'm looking at how thin you are. And it's not just because your eating habits have become bad. You're on drugs again.
He does look
thin. I watched you in that
did see
interview.
Pictures, unless they're older ones. Prior to him meeting Jack, he does look thin. Well, from what I can see,
you've been high this whole time, and then you gave Sam a card with no money on it. Want to know why? Because you had already attached your Cash App to the business account and had been making withdrawals.
I don't get
that at the bank.
This is what is real shady to me.
The bank showed me.
This is what I don't get. Who lets somebody go on for weeks? Hey, Life Cruiser. Make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. Welcome. And to the people in the bushes, welcome to you as well. And make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, as y'all come in, hopefully if you hear me, please let me know if you got your notification. Put a Y in the chat if you did, and the N for no. This is what baffles me. If maybe it's just me, but it's been weeks now. And Jaguar has been talking about how he has taken over her accounts. You spend more energy and time on social media. Why aren't you spending that time in the banks? Or changing these cash apps and all this other stuff? Who would sit there and talk? We can't help you, and we can't stop him from taking your money off your account. You're not hood rich. You're not rich. You're not a millionaire. That man, if he is on drugs like you say he is, can literally go through all of your money and you won't get it back. So why are you doing this to yourself where you're on here telling the public, okay, it says G Banger. It says, is she really? No. No, you didn't ask that. No, she's not. I don't know. What did she say that to you, G? Yeah, I don't get it. If somebody had my account information and was taking my money because they had access to my stuff, oh, you would have to go. You would have to go. It says thank you. Thank you for the super chat. It says, is she really Alana's daughter? No, she's not. No, not at all. So did you hear her say that? Because if she did, ooh, child, that's a bad hit. But no, she's not. Not at all. It says, wait, they were never legally married. That's what people are saying, Life Cruiser. I don't know how true it is and stuff. I believe they were legally married. And I don't know. Goomba's saying that they ain't legally married. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jaguar Wright is saying that Goomba was stealing from her mother's Chase account. He's saying one thing, she's saying another. I know. I heard about it. I heard it somewhere too. I heard a couple of weird things that so-called Jaguar said. Just like when when she's saying now she's pregnant, but they said she got a hysterectomy. So if a person said this, and there's been dozens of people who have brought this to my attention, is she really pregnant? Because I heard her say out of her own mouth, not so long ago, she had a hysterectomy. If you have a hysterectomy, you cannot have children. So that's what I'm saying. We got to not let these people rock us to sleep. You know what I'm saying? We can't. They're pulling a nature boy. And I'm going to pull that up in a minute again because I had showed that video in my last video, my earlier video, of that first interview that they did with Nature Boy on Bigo. Jaguar Wright had no intentions on taking Nature Boy down. She was admiring him. She was trying to learn from him. And a year later, she's pulling the same stunts, and she's also in contact with a whole bunch of the carbonation members that were in carbonation. If Jaguar is pregnant, she's carrying Jesus. He said if Jaguar is pregnant, she's carrying Jesus. Oh Lord, no, you didn't say that. No, you didn't.
Where you would
Oh
withdraw
my God.
all of that money from the business account with your Cash App, just like you attached your Cash App to my mother's account, because you had access to everything.
Wait, they were
just like
never
access
legally
to my
married.
channel. You give me the hard drive, you come to the studio to bring me the hard drive, but no passwords, so we can access it ourselves. I actually now have to spend time going to the bank and going to the company that holds our server for the channel and have you removed from everything because your name isn't on anything.
Well, you know what? That's how I know she wants him back. Because up until now, if you haven't done any of that stuff, you deserve for him to be taking your money. Because you are just laying down, letting this man, if you say he's so-called on drugs, allegedly, why are you not doing that? What do you mean? You have to. You should have been did that weeks ago. You've been in the hospital, what, 2 times, 3 times? Since knowing that Goomba had access to all your accounts, including your mother's account, allegedly, you mean to tell me you said now you have to? What were you waiting on for you guys to get back together? What if that doesn't happen? Even if that's what you were waiting on, you still don't wait on that, and not you need to close them accounts down. It just doesn't make any sense. Go to overseas one. Man, that's crazy.
Philadelphia Productions is my company.
So why are you
Your
letting him
name
run
isn't
your
even on
accounts?
it, which makes you a thief for stealing from the business account. You're an authorized user on the account because you're my husband, and I did that in case of emergency if anything should happen to me. And look at what you've done with that.
Mm. Well,
You've tried to
you
suck
allowed
me
him to.
dry of every dollar that comes in so that I have no way to operate to force me to do what you want me to do. And what you want me to do is get rid of 𝗪𝗔𝗧.
Mm.
But you want
I
me to
don't know
get rid
why
of everybody.
𝗪𝗔𝗧 is a threat to her.
Let's
I
be
mean,
honest,
threat
when
to him.
Sam
I said
first
her.
got here, you barely spoke to him.
That's
You treated
crazy.
him like a stranger in our home. For months, I had to ask you, just try to build a relationship with him. Try to build a friendship with him. Hey, he's different. He's this, he's that. I've spent so much time protecting you and building you up that you actually believe it. Like we don't know who you really are. The way you used to beat that dog because he liked me more than he liked you. and you sit there and you lie.
She is acting like a victim. She should have been closed those accounts. I'm sorry. That doesn't make no sense to me. Doesn't make no sense to me.
Like if you were a real man, you would just admit it. Because you did it.
Why would you want somebody back that would blow your car up? You'll hear her say it in a minute. Ultimatum. If he goes to a program, she'll forgive him.
You've been verbally and emotionally abusing me for years now. Because that's what you do. You're an abuser and a user and a liar. You lied on Sam. You gave him the card. So when he would use it, you could accuse him
of taking the money,
of spending all of the money. But the truth is, you attached your Cash App. Now, I can get all of those printouts at the bank. I saw it.
Can y'all do me a favor and hit the like button, please? Just hit the like button, whoever's in here. You know, I don't beg for Cash App or Super Chats. Yes, I say this all the time. I ask you to leave a like or dislike. I'm not a channel where you have to feel like you have to hide in the bushes because I'm harassing you for Super Chat and Cash Apps and all that stuff. You don't owe me anything that you work hard for. All I ask for you to do is to hit the like button. It only takes you a second to do that.
On the screen, I could publish the bank findings, but then I have to invade my own privacy about my account just to expose you.
Please put a Y in the chat if you got your notifications.
What are you doing?
What are you
doing? You want
to
talk about me? You did a whole video with a bitch who you had on a phone that I bought for you.
Uh-oh, here she goes.
On a bill that I pay for. Talking shit. But it's okay for you though, right? You're a liar and you're a thief.
And the truth ain't
you lied to me about being on medication. You lied to me about taking drugs. You lied to me about everything. The reason why I stopped protecting you and I started telling the truth about everything is because if I am this hard and if I...
She taped this 4 a.m. I think she came to realization he's not coming back to her and it burnt her. I think so too, Christina. Yep, because she was up at 4 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. I was tired, but I just could not sleep. And I was like, I actually had caught her live when she had just went live. And I said, wow, it's 4 a.m. And she did like a half an hour live, which I'm playing it now. And then she said she was going to sleep. So, yeah, I think it is hitting her. I really do think it is hitting her.
I go that hard on everyone else. I have to go just as hard on myself and everything else around me. What? I'm going to call bullshit on everybody else but you? That makes me look like a hypocrite.
Oh, please.
And if you were an honest man, I wouldn't have to do it. It wouldn't need to be done.
But yeah,
But you're not an honest man. You're a scared little boy that's about to turn 39 years old, who makes less than $2,000 a month. And the only reason you get that is because I made you do it. You were running around with warrants for years. I paid those off so you could get your license, and you still don't have a license. There are whole plane tickets that went wasted because you were too lazy to get your passport, but you could buy, a PlayStation or an Xbox? That was your priority, video games.
Now this is an issue.
Not making it to Canada.
Up. She never,
learning how to run the
when they
show.
were together. She was just running the road
and going out of the country into another
thinking
country.
Everything was cute.
Learning new customs, learning new ways of being. No, you didn't want to get your passport for that. Because the passport and the video game box cost about the same. You had the money for the video game box, but you didn't have the money for the passport. What was I supposed to do? I didn't know you. You forced the issue of getting married. I made it very clear I wasn't interested in getting married. Then I said, you know what? After you kept coming at me,
Goomba says
I
they're
was
not
so
married. She
lost in
says they
grief
are.
from Giovanni dying.
We'll never know.
Just the idea of having a reason to live.
This is a case of if you think
It
you're
became
lonely
you.
now.
You became
Wait
my
until
reason to
tonight,
live.
girl. Oh, no, you
And I was
didn't.
grateful because you kept me from making a very serious mistake. And I will forever be grateful to you for that night and for those nights
If you
after.
think you're...
But you are a very sick man, Gerald Johnson Jr.
Gerald
You
Johnson
were sick
Jr.
before I met you. You
And you're
lied to
sick
me
now, huh?
about everything so that I would be with you. And then you manipulated me and you bullied me into staying in the relationship with you when I've said that I wanted to leave on
She
numerous
is acting like a
occasions.
straight victim.
I did nothing but love you. And I worked to love you because you make love so hard. It's so hard to love you, Gerald. You're almost impossible to
Says, do
love.
we really think she was traveling international? No.
You don't appreciate
Exactly.
anything. You
Not
destroy
at all. I don't
everything.
think so at all.
You get an attitude and you stay in that mood. You're not happy until everyone in the house is unhappy.
Then
How
why
many
do you
times
want him
did my
back?
mother
Why
have
do you
to
want
hear
him
you
there?
yell and scream real nasty shit about me? You fucking whore, you fucking bitch, you suck. Love you, Gerald. Notifications are on all platforms.
Hey, Genty.
You block me on Instagram.
Because he don't want to be bothered.
So
He's
I
tired
can't
of
see what
drama.
you're saying and what you're doing. And you don't think people send me that
The
shit
side chick
anyway?
probably got him
Do you know how
blocking
embarrassing that
you.
is? After all I did to build you up and just watching you
Why is she
destroy
so
it.
worried about it? She's dogging him out, so I don't
You're a
get
very
it.
wasteful person. But you know, it says in the Bible, thou shalt not cast thy pearls before swine. And my friend, indeed, Gerald Lahoskin Johnson Jr., you are a fucking pig. You're a pig. And it's time that I stop casting my pearls before you. Because what the fuck would a pig know what to do with a pearl?
She's in her feelings. She's in her feelings.
It's heartbreaking. But notice, I'm not giving you a divorce.
Why, though? I'm wondering why.
I'll be a widow this time.
It says she
Till
probably
death do
didn't
us
get
part.
out of the
You'll
bed
just be
today.
doing it somewhere else. You won't be doing it with me.
I haven't seen her up here on any platforms
No,
today,
Goomba
so
does
she
more
may
than
have.
smoke weed. Goomba pops XOs.
He's on
Goomba like to get
drugs.
loose.
She telling it
That's what he
all.
likes to do. My husband is a drug addict. He
If she
lied
can
to me about
expose
it until he
A-list
couldn't lie
celebrities that can
anymore.
get her unalive, she don't have
And
no
this is
problem
what
with
he
doing it for her
does.
husband.
When y'all didn't see me online for almost a year and a half, going on 2 years, it was because of him. Because I didn't want
I'm
anybody
surprised
to
she
see us
didn't
the way
burn
that we were.
up.
When I was in Shreveport, I
I
went
know
by
it
a
exactly,
hotel
right? Leave the Bible
that we
out of it,
stayed
right?
at. And I had to apologize to them because they remembered us like they do in so many places. They remember us, usually him freaking out, punching walls, screaming, hollering to the point where we're getting thrown out of hotels. Y'all don't know my husband. And I did a good job covering him, but I'm done covering him because all I've done is help feed that monster, keeping it quiet. The truth is I am a battered wife. I am an abused wife by an angry veteran husband who refused.
Do you hear? I'm a abused wife. Hey SL, I watched your last video at work today. Oh, thank you, Big Red. Thank you for the support to the channel, sis. It says she high as yeah, you know, already know, Jen. That's why she couldn't go to sleep. Up at 4. Talking about I'm about to go to sleep. It's 4 o'clock. Girl, at 4 a.m. Girl, it's the morning time. You time to get up. They remembered us. He won't punch you. If a man was saying the things she says, he would never be supported. Anyone believing and playing into her delusions or harming her, right, harming herself. It's crazy. Thank you, Big Red, for all your love and support to the channel. She's a big mess. A big mess.
Refuses to get help. And every time it gets real,
but she gonna get it together. She has no other choice.
I smoke cannabis. That's all I do. Every now and then I might have a cocktail, but
you're
I went almost 2 years without drinking. That's part of the reason why I got so thin.
Jack forgets. We seen how she talks to people.
If my husband were a man,
yep,
he would actually speak up and just be honest
they
about
all
who
forget.
I am. I stand for veterans too.
Listen,
but just because you're a veteran, it doesn't give you an excuse
it seems like she's projecting and deflecting. She's doing both.
Just because you went through some shit and some shit that you signed up for, that you volunteered for, doesn't mean that you can be an abuser. It doesn't mean that you can use those military tactics to blow up your wife's car, to scare her into staying with you because she's tired of the abuse. I didn't let him get away with beating the dog. I removed the dog from us so the dog would no longer be harmed.
Really had her car blown up, and Goomba was the one that did it.
Wanted to shoot the dog in the head.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real right now.
And that was after he had thrown him in the dumpster.
I don't know. I don't think her car got It says, let me.
Y'all don't know how much.
It said, I don't believe he beat her. No way she would be running around with these different. Yep, exactly. Different men. She seems to do what she wants. She needs the Tasha treatment. Let me see. It says, being a DV victim, she is not a battered woman. The thing she does trigger me because it's stuff my ex did. Right. And there's people out here that really have been in DVs. Samser said she burnt his neck with a lamp. Like, ooh, child. Oh, thank you, Big Red. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Oh, and you became a member. She's also a member. Welcome on to the community. Now that's what's up. You made my day today. Thank you so much, Big Red. We got a new member. She's trying to get money. Exactly. She's doing exactly what Nature Boy did. I'm going to show you that first interview that Tokyo Tony and Jaguar Wright did. And a year later, she's doing the exact same thing Nature Boy's doing. But she was supposed to be taking him down. Now she's acting like a female Nature Boy. You see how tables turn?
Monstrous he is. You don't. And everyone that knows him knows it. But they pretend it because they don't want to have to admit that that's the crazy boy in the family.
Make sure y'all hit the like button. I appreciate that.
Thank y'all really care.
Appreciate
you'll pray for my husband. And you'll pray that he'll turn himself in and get the help that he needs. Because in our relationship, between the two of us, he's the crazy one. I didn't make Legina say anything. I just asked her to be honest. She was uncomfortable with it because it was a very uncomfortable situation. But all she did was tell the truth. Sam was done with Gerald when he lied on him and said that he spent all of the money when there was no money on the card because he had withdrawn all of the money on his Cash App. I still can't put money in my account because he'll snatch it.
How is that if you change the password?
And what is he using it for? Because he doesn't look good.
She said, I still can't put. Why don't you change your account around? I don't understand that. Let's make it make sense.
His skin is starting to get dark.
Go to another bank.
Like, I know when my husband is full of drugs because it shows up in his skin. And that pimple that he has on the back of his neck, it swells up and it gets even bigger.
It don't make no sense. Jag, you the one that needs help and
there's
have
nobody
to
in my
yet
bed
to admit your faults. Right. She ain't gonna do it. That's what people do.
And I really hope my husband isn't the one that's coming up with all those fake cash apps.
And they can't do no wrong. It's always you. It's never them. I see.
To trick people into giving him money so he can get high.
You said some live is love.
All y'all doing is feeding addiction.
Go to the bank. Exactly. Get the money out. Change your bank over.
I had really high hopes for him.
Cancel the account and open a new. Thank you. I mean, this is
so
common
much for
sense.
him.
This is
but
like 101.
For
basic common sense.
𝗪𝗔𝗧 is not the problem.
It's not difficult. It's not.
Gerald is.
She takes this time out and she wants to get on here and run
Y'all
crazy
can all hate that
on
woman
social media instead of going to take care of her business.
For whatever reason you want. But she asked me for my help.
But I said this was the plan, how it would turn out.
I'm going to give her my help.
Clue. It's just
that's what
scam,
I do.
But she
when people ask me for help.
And a narc. Well, both.
Yep.
And a loony. What do you say? A loony goona? A laguna?
My body, my choice.
Change your password and your bank. Can also change your account number. Right. I don't get why she's
no, Goomba
making
doesn't
it seem
look
like
great.
It's a hard task. It doesn't make no sense to me.
And anybody who's saying that, all you're doing is helping him get sicker.
Does not make any sense to me. And you can't make it make sense. And only one that's trying to eat off of you is gonna.
You can love Gerald.
And co-sign what you're saying, Jaguar.
I love him so much that I want him to get help.
You can do it from the app on your phone. Exactly. You don't even got to go in the bank no more.
I want him to get help because he don't look good. So I'm going to say this to my husband and then I'm going to go to bed.
Now listen to this, what she's about to say.
Because I have a busy day tomorrow. And it does not consist of arguing with you or listening to you yell or watching you walk around the house.
She's lying. I think she is too.
Or listening to you slam
𝗪𝗔𝗧, she's a scam, a.k.a. Laguna. Get it.
It has nothing to do with anything. I just get shit done now.
Laguna. Jack smokes them hundreds down to the filters.
With you out of the way,
I
actually get things done.
She's a chain smoker too. Bad
My
hit.
life improves the second you're gone.
A bad hit.
There's no amount of love in the world that will make me forget what you've chosen.
She's about to tell you an ultimatum she got for Goomba. Listen up, guys.
The only thing that will make me change my mind is you getting help, going into treatment and completing the programs. Is you getting baptized.
A spiritual bath?
Is you going through anger management and completing it. How could you possibly think that I sit there and watch you lie and that would ever make me have any respect for you at all? When we both know you're lying. Check my eyes. I'm not blinking. I'm not stuttering like you've been doing in your interviews, which you tend to do when you're high.
She's weird, man.
You lose track of your words, Gerald.
She reminds me of Sybil, that movie Sybil.
They don't know you, but I do. No, because I never see that bad Ted.
If you know he's all these things, why do you want him back?
Timeline.
Nothing's going to change. That's what he is.
And you know what you told Sean Davy Way. And you know what you told King Payne.
She was reminiscing at the lake close by Erykah Badu's home. She probably was. Who knows?
You, Gerald.
Her nerves bad, so she smokes. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. It says I feel sorry for her soul.
The devil.
But you know what? I think so too.
Prove you're a man.
Anytime anybody chain smokes, their nerves are bad.
Admit your sins.
Jack, it's no
Confess.
way you can say the things you say
Stop
about him
lying
and
on
say
your
I respect
wife.
him. Exactly. And do the things that she does to him as a man.
My
Right.
forehead
Divorces
is
in.
giving you wrinkled prune. That's funny. There's no lines there.
She's
I guess
bugging.
you're just here to heckle me because you have nothing else better to do with your life. Feel free to leave at any time if my face is bothering you on my channel.
Uh-oh.
Feel free to leave.
Uh-oh.
If you truly care about my husband, you'll urge him to get help. And Gerald,
That's a grown man.
if you truly ever gave a damn about your marriage, you'll stop lying and tell the truth. Just that simple. You'll stop lying and you'll tell the truth about everything. About why, while I was in the hospital, you were over there with that nasty daddy dick loving girl, Dominique, spending my money.
And you want him back, huh?
How does that make you feel good? Knowing that you pump faking off your wife.
How
What
does it
kind of
make you feel
man
that you won't change your account and
feels
allowing
comfortable
them
with
to
that?
do it?
None of my male friends liked you because they all saw the bitch in you.
Here he goes.
They all
Hey,
saw
do
you
you
using
like
me.
my
They
little
all saw
pony?
you being pretty much a bum. And the ones that tried to invest in you and double
My
down
little
on you,
pony,
you've
okay.
let them down. You've let them all down. But you don't have a problem with that. You like letting people down, Gerald. So keep doing your interviews. Keep going live with the phone I bought you on the account that still gets paid for from my business account.
And now we don't know why.
That you don't own.
She keeps that
You've been
phone on so she
stealing
can be in
from,
contact with him.
which is illegal. You just gonna make me. You gonna make me do this.
Ain't gonna end well.
It's all right.
There she go calling him.
You
Yep.
keep doing it your way.
The B
And
word.
I'll keep doing it my way.
Just
And to
say
anyone
no,
that
she needs help.
thinks
Right.
that my life is backfiring in any way. The only thing that was bringing stress,
She wanted him
distress,
to be
and
dependent
chaos in
on
my
her.
life
Yep.
was my
And he
husband.
switched the script up on her, and she can't believe it. He switched the script up on her.
So
She can't believe it.
it's truth time.
She thinks
I
insulting
dare you,
him
Gerald,
gonna bring him
tell
back.
the
She is
truth.
so funny. You right about that.
I dare you
I think that girl side
to be
chick is
completely
occupying his
honest
time. I don't think he's trying to
about
come back.
everything. Because, see, I know it. And so do you. You poor thing.
She looks like Nature Boy when
You should
Velvet
believe
left
the
and never
Bible.
came back. She never looked back. That last time
Thou
she left.
shalt not bear false witness.
And that's how Nature Boy sounded.
Good night.
Until he went bat-ish crazy. So yeah, so let's go down memory lane though, real quick. Hold on, let's go down memory lane because this is where it all started from. She was not in no position to taking down Nature Boy. She was taking classes, taking notes, because a year later she turned into a Nature Boy. That was all game. Okay, that was all game. So I want you guys to remember this. I really want you to remember this. Hold on one second because I'm about to pull it up. Because there's no way that you can tell me that you don't remember this. Remember this? Remember this when so-called Tokyo Tony and Jaguar Wright was supposed to be taking down Nature Boy? Well, Jaguar was the one that hooked this little interview up. And Tokyo Tony, within a few minutes of the interview, caused Nature Boy to run off. Jaguar Wright wasn't trying to take Nature Boy down. She was trying to take notes from this dude. And a year later, she's doing the exact same thing as Nature Boy's doing. She's got a 𝗪𝗪𝗔𝗧, talking about spiritual baths. She even talks. She's moving like Nature Boy. She's also doing the things that Nature Boy used to do on social media for the come up to get the bag. She's also associating with ex-Carbonation members and so forth. What black woman don't immediately take a man off her phone plan? Girl, bye. Exactly. Nature Boy's still locked up. Yeah, he sure is. But he's getting a speedy trial, so he'll probably have to basically admit to all the charges, and they'll give him time served, and it'll be on his record, and he'll probably have to sign up as a pedophile. So it's not looking too good for him. But yeah, they can't hold him down too much longer. But yeah, let's listen a little bit to this. Let's walk down memory lane. And I apologize for the recording. I did not record this. This was recorded a while ago from some channel holder that's no longer even on YouTube. They recorded this live, and I didn't record it, so do not shoot the messenger.
Right? The same equal everything. If you don't have that. However, if you're looking and no harm or no disrespect to this man, he's doing, and obviously he's putting a cat minding.
Jaguar Wright really should have told her, your reception and everything is not on point, ma'am. We know that the least thing that you do to trigger Nature Boy, whatever they were trying to do, which was not take him down, it was more of so they could come up. She needed to tell this lady to get down off this platform. Let me do an interview one-on-one with Nature Boy, and I'll get back with you. Because that background and whatever she had going on and whatever internet connection she was using, ma'am, please get rid of the welfare Wi-Fi, please. That phone will be stolen.
Number two, this man sticking off his freaking head.
I know the likes look.
Come on, that's his style. That's his lifestyle. Somebody is there, but watch this. I don't like ugly. He don't like that his.
What happened?
Oh no, we were looking for another one of our panelists. These YouTube streets.
Trying to sound all civilized, Jaguar. Stop it, girl. She said, "Girl, you better breathe."
Somebody, this person, Charity Austin, keeps telling you that. Did you see that in the comments, or do you want me to not read the comments?
Can y'all still see the screen? Hold on.
This is who we are. We're all advocates on one aspect or another in life, and oftentimes you've seen most of us work together. Nature Boy, you had done a video not long ago where you were saying that Black women should be supporting you.
Yeah, okay.
And the Black women should support you and should support your agenda. And if someone is going to say that seriously, in order for me to even take something like that serious, I have to do my research. I got to do my research. I got to know what I'm talking about. And I've watched and I've looked and I've seen some things, and I'm not going to lie. Some of it has been very hard to watch. especially for such a woman who's pro-woman. You know what I mean?
Pro-woman, yeah, right.
And I had a conversation with Serenity. Serenity came to one of our meetings, and she's a very lovely woman. And it wasn't a bashing of you at all, not in any way. I wanted to know.
He's about to hang up in a minute. Thanks to Tokyo Tony. Now, it's no way that I would get this character on an interview knowing he is the type of person he feels attacked at all times for people, and allow my so-called friend to cause him to run off. But I'm telling you, when Jaguar was doing this interview with Nature Boy, she was making us, we were under the belief that she was going to take Nature Boy down. No, she was taking notes because she's doing exactly what Nature Boy did.
No, what was it about you that attracted her?
I saw this.
Like, what was it about you and your message? And I was asking her because she was saying that you were her baba. And as someone who also, you know, practices the old way and who recognizes the old culture, I too have a baba.
Yeah, I know you.
I also have a guru. I also know that these people have sound spiritual background and training. So my question to her, which I guess I'm asking you, do you think you're possibly being spiritually irresponsible if you don't have all of the necessary trainings and teachings and mentorship that goes along? I mean, because when you become someone's baba, that's like becoming someone's father on so many levels. You know what I mean? And as the leader of that person's spiritual walk, you got to have responsibility for everywhere you lead them, everywhere you take them, and make sure that the justification for what you're doing is really for the betterment of humanity. And I'm telling you, there were some discrepancies for me, especially with the pregnant women. That disturbed me.
Jag, I know you're gonna. I hope you're listening in the bushes. Hey, no disrespect to you, sis. I don't go around disrespecting my black sisters, any of my melanated women of color. But let me just tell you something. Sometimes we need to take the same advice that we give. Now, Jaguar Wright is in no condition to be telling Nature Boy what to do, because a year later, she doing the same thing he's doing. And she's associating herself with the same people in the same circle, and the birds of a feather that flock together. She's flocking with them birds. So I hope you guys are paying attention. I hope you understand why I brought up this video. We got to sometimes remind people of the BS, because if we don't, history will repeat itself, and people will continue to run game and scam because nobody is bringing this awareness to the public. And, you know, and also reminding the public, don't get caught sleeping, because these people are out to get you. They're predators, and they prey on the weak. She is learning that karma is a two-way street that is now going down Jag's lane. Yeah, exactly. Big said facts. That's right. And I'm trying to tell you, man.
Sleeping. Yes.
Okay, let me step in and finish saying what I was saying, because anything that I say right now can be bounced off. Anything can bounce off what I'm about to say. So, responsibility on the ladies. Let's go there. As long as they're not children. These women are just like him in a sense, meaning they seeking something. They seeking some love. And don't play with me. Own up to your mother, Nature Boy. Hold tight. Seeking some love, some attention, things that they've never really received. And some people have a way of, if it's not endangering others, meaning like become a gang member, or you know, or a man that she better obey him. This reminds me, I'm not gonna say this reminds me of that type of behavior. Okay, he is not a David Devinovich by far. Okay. However, people want to boost him to be this type of entity in which he's not. However, he hasn't.
I don't know where she's trying to go with it. So I had to put it on mute. But the purpose of me bringing this up is not to listen to Tony Tokyo, whatever how you say her name. It's just to remind y'all that just about a year and some change, Jaguar Wright was allegedly trying to take Nature Boy down. And everyone that was down with Nature Boy. And Solar was down with Nature Boy at that time. Okay? I don't think Velvet was over there at that time. But a lot of people that she's in contact with, even if they weren't over at the Carpet Nation, they still were dealing with him from a distance. And she is now in these people's faces. And she's now in the community playing on people's time. And people are giving their hard-earned money to these plots and these schemes and these scams. And it's uncalled for. And that's just the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to stay on here too long because I got to do some things around the house. I just want to do a recap video for the people that may have missed it from earlier. I will be on here tomorrow. Probably I'll do an early live, say 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and then one again at 5 o'clock. So I'm just letting you guys know in advance so that if you don't get your notifications, come over at those 2 times, noontime, and then about 5 o'clock, I'll do a late live. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button on the way out. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. But hit something. Also put some hearts up into the chat. Show some love. Show some love. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone who tuned into the live. Y'all know I don't stay on here for eternity. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, tomorrow's a new day. So y'all stay blessed. I love y'all. And I'm out. Mwah.